I'm Elizabeth Tobey. I'm the head of marketing here at NICE for Digital and AI, and I am joined by John Willcutts, who's our general manager for Digital and AI. And we're going to be talking about why deploying successful AI for CX starts with good knowledge management. So, John, thanks for coming today. To get us started, let's talk about what is knowledge management. What is a good knowledge management system? How do they work? And how can you tell you have a quality one?
Yeah, so we'll talk about knowledge management in the context of customer service today, because it's a very, very important tool that has been kind of brought to the forefront by the demands of artificial intelligence. So a knowledge management system for the purposes of customer experience has all the information that any stakeholder would need to answer or solve any question that a customer or an internal constituent would have. And it's really important that the knowledge is comprehensive. And in that case, it gets rather large. So it's got to be able to scale to hundreds of thousands of different articles and to make sure that all that information is available and current in that system.
Yeah, I think you hit on a good point there, which I think is important to a lot of folks watching, which is, can you talk about the role of knowledge management in specific and how that plays with deploying AI for CX? Like, how do those two things connect, and how do you know that they will be working well when you deploy them together?
Yes, I think you think about all the people that need to be served by the knowledge base, and how important it is for that information to be both current, non-contradictory, and constantly being able to be managed and updated. And so what makes a really good knowledge management system is the ability to do that at scale and to be representing all the different ways that this information is served. So it's not just a matter of going to a knowledge base and typing a question and getting a list of articles back. No, I want the information. I want the problem solved. I may go to Google and I want that information up there as well. So the knowledge management system has to be available for search engine optimization, which can save a customer for having to reach out in the first place. And so the role that it plays is to make sure no matter who gets access to it, it's got roles-based information so they can solve the issue that they're trying to solve as quickly as possible. And when we see that done very well, there's an information architecture that allows these things to be used naturally into AI. And so when you think about what artificial intelligence is and all the concerns about hallucinations is, what knowledge management systems are the way you want to answer the questions, the way you talk about products and services, the things that you don't talk about, and the way that you can serve your customer the best. And when you combine a really well-formed knowledge management system with these great new AI techniques that we've developed here at NICE and other places, you have an exciting way to deliver knowledge to support customers in a variety of different ways.
I think you said a word that a lot of folks are thinking about and hearing about, at least in the news, which is hallucinations. So let's talk a little bit more about how a knowledge base can prevent or mitigate those kinds of pitfalls like misinformation or hallucination. How does that help keep the AI on track?
So if you think about what you were going to do if you didn't have AI, you'd still make rules that your agents would talk about. They would say, these are the products and services that I'm supporting. I prefer you didn't talk about the weather, and I definitely prefer you didn't talk about politics. But I also have ways that I want you to handle it. And so what we've been able to do through the knowledge base is to enforce the ways that we ask our representatives and the way our company represents their knowledge and services to the outside world, and enforce that through the knowledge base. And as a result, when done right, you can prevent hallucinations that go outside the knowledge base, because that's not really where you want to go. You want to be inside the knowledge base because that's where the correct information is. And when that's done well, you can prevent the vast majority of hallucinations and misinformation from your knowledge base making it to the world. And when that happens is you can have a source of truth that you can rely on that you can use to build over time to make a really, really compelling use case as knowledge base as AI management.
So last question before I set you free. We talk about how a good knowledge base can make AI better. Let's flip that script and talk about it the other way around. Can a better knowledge base help make AI itself work better?
Yeah. What's really exciting when you look at an interactions platform like CX1. And CX1 basically handles chats, emails, voice calls, Facebook, Twitter, everything in one platform. But what that allows you to see is, well, how is your customers interacting? How are your agents interacting with the knowledge base? And where are the gaps? And as a result, you have your customers and your agents asking all these questions. And when there's gaps, the AI helps you find and create new knowledge articles that you use to fill these gaps, especially in light of the fact that you have all the interactions that were handled correctly. And you take those correctly handled interactions and you create new articles automatically with it, run it through the normal process for edit and approval, and put it back into the knowledge base. And then you instantly have an updated AI management system that allows you to continue to support your agents and customers in the best possible way.
So knowledge informs AI, and AI can inform knowledge. It's a fun
Indeed.
trick. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I'm really excited to see what you bring to us next.